And there's something humming down here. That's somebody's BlackBerry.
Watch out!
That's Sharpton's BlackBerry. Is that Hillary calling? I was just checking. Breaking my flow. Say, Russ says it was my wife. She tells me what groceries I got to bring home tonight. All right, where was I? I was in law school. South Side, $13,000, went to law school. Came back, and because I had done well in law school, I had an option to go to some of the Wall Street firms and make a lot of money, but I decided I still believed in that principle of working at the grassroots level. So I spent the first year out of law school organizing a voter registration drive and registering 150,000 new voters to help Democrats get elected in 1992. And then I started the civil rights practice, and I represented people who didn't have a voice, represented folks who had been discriminated against on the job, African Americans and Hispanics and women, represented African Americans whose votes had not been properly counted and who did not have an opportunity to meaningfully participate in the political process. I started teaching constitutional law, seminars on race and the law at the University of Chicago Law School. And after a few years, a Senate seat where I lived opened up. And some people asked me, because they knew of my community activism, whether I'd be interested in running for the state Senate. And I did what every wise man does under such circumstances. I prayed on it, and I asked my wife. Amen. And after consulting those two higher powers, I did what every first-time candidate does, which is I talked to every person who would listen to me. So I'd go around and I'd go to the PTA meetings and I'd go to the block parties, I'd go to the barber shops and beauty shops, and everywhere I went I'd hand out literature and folks would look at it and they'd say, okay, so you're running for Senate. They'd have two questions for me. First question, where did you get this funny name Barack Obama? Although they wouldn't say it right, and they'd call me Alabama. Or they'd call me Yo Mama. And I'd have to explain my name's Obama. That my father was from Kenya, from Africa, which is where I got the name from. And that my mother was from Kansas, which is where I got my accent from. But the second question bears on today. Because the second